Remember to subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and visit WayneD.com.
Hey there, everybody, it's Wayne D. Welcome to the website. It's WayneD.com, and you're looking at one of the great putters in the history of the game, Tiger Woods. So I got a couple of nice shots of him stroking the ball in Mexico recently. Thought I'd point out some things that I thought that just about everybody could try to copy or learn from, or at least watch and understand. You could put something into your own approach to putting, which is hugely individual. But Tiger's really conventional in his setup and stroke, and so it's nice to watch. Let's take a peek at this putt here. So we ended up leaving it a hair short, but there's a number of things that I think we can learn from, and then I'll have another putt where you see his routine a little bit more here. So let's first look. He's walked over to the ball. He takes a couple of practice strokes inside the ball. When he sets the putter behind the ball, he's going to look up once. He's going to adjust his feet. He's got a fairly narrow stance. He's never really stood very wide to his putter. I have his putter shaft at about 70 degrees or so. If you look at some of the plain boards that are sold as putting aids, they're all set at right around that angle. So that's a plane, and if you watch the stroke, you're going to see it arc inside. Even though this isn't directly down the line, it's pretty obvious what the stroke is doing, and you can tell by the way his upper body moves. It's very quiet. You can see his posture is extremely relaxed. Those shoulders, if you look over here, are what I would call protracted, meaning that they're forward. So there's no effort to straighten up the spine, although he's not slumped by any means. So look at the nice, relaxed kind of roundness in the back there. It's got slight knee flex, so everything is just lively and relaxed. Hands fairly close to the body. I'd say his eyes are probably right over the line or just inside. Now watch the shoulder movement. So this is obviously an upper trunk stroke. If you focus on the legs, you'll see just a tiny bit of movement, and really that's just because when you, on a putt of this length, when the shoulders move as much as they do, all the muscles in the lat and the obliques are connected down here. You're going to see a tiny bit of movement, but the effort is going to be to keep nice and still. So if you watch the shoulders, you'll see the right shoulder move up and in, and then on the follow through, it's very evident that the shoulders are rotating pretty close to the angle that he's bent over at. So another interesting thing to note here, and this would really help most people, is the rhythm of the stroke. If you put a metronome on this, I've put Tiger, I'll beep the thing a bunch of times and see how the stroke matches up, and it's right in the 85 to 90 range, which depends on who you are whether or not you think that's slow or fast. Now another interesting thing is the finish. Watch the finish. Now this is a staple of Tiger's putting, and it's something that just about everybody should note. Hold the finish. Just freeze. That's the famous Tiger. Freeze with the putter back and through and hold. So when I count on the metronome, I'll I'll count 1, 2. I'll lengthen out the 1 and accent the 2, so this stroke would be more of a 1, 2. So the 2, when you accent it, gives the putt a little strike. And what's really interesting here, which I forget to do a lot of times, watch the head-eye movement and see when it turns, how it turns to pick up the roll of the ball. Back, through, look up. So you could count that almost as a 1, 2, 3. Okay, we go 1, 2, 3. 3 is the look up. And when he looks up, he doesn't raise up, he simply rotates his chin and watches the putt. So I'd say he's picking up that ball when it's about here, and if you look at where the ball started, might give that 5 feet before he sees the putt roll. And he's going to watch the rest of it from a nice frozen position. So let's watch this putt here. So I got this one when he was kind of walking up to it, and I want you to note the languid, kind of relaxed walk up into the putt. Now he's all about getting down to business. Now here's the practice strokes. He's got one looking at the ground, and then he turns his head as he makes the second one. So these are continuous strokes. It's not one and then another one. It's back and through and back and through. Now he's going to step in. So this is what we saw in the last one. There's a little adjustment. He's going to look up one more time. 1, 2, and look up. This one he pours right in. So again, you can see him. He's just relaxed. Look at the way he shakes that left arm out when he gets over just about to get over the putt right there. See him? So when you watch these strokes, you can see that everything above the waist is simply moving back and forth. The arms are touching the body, not heavy, but they are connected lightly. And then when he moves the upper trunk, the arms go with him. Probably feels that more of an arm stroke and less of a shoulder stroke. When you try to feel too much of the big muscles in your putting, it tends to bob your head around. When the hands and arms move the putter back and forth, obviously the shoulders will move. Boom. There you go. So a lot of nice little things to focus on. Anybody that can putt sort of like Tiger Woods is going to be doing the right thing. Doink.